Safety first. This is my homemade HHO generator, and today we are going to find out if this actually produces useful gas, or is it a very efficient way to explode my workspace. An HHO generator uses electricity to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Sounds simple. That hat looks ridiculous. Let me change it. Believe me when I tell you, it's not that simple. I built this HHO generator from scratch, and today we are going to test how far can I push it before heat, inefficiency and bad decision take over. This build is actually simple. All I used is a container, metal sheet, a power supply, and a couple of wires for the wiring. And the most important thing is an electrolyte. You can actually use baking soda as an electrolyte. This is what I'm going to be using. I just broke that thing. I just broke it. Let me show you the generator itself. Here's the back two holes. One is for refilling and the other one is for the gas. I used 10mm, 10 centimeter long screws. Now we are going to improvise. I'm going to cut this tube to use as a joint. The longer you make it, the better, but it's the harder to mount in place. And here it is. Here I got two of these. I'm going to attach it to the back two holes of the generator. I'm going to glue it with hot glue. So I broke my glue gun, so this trigger does not work. So in this setup there is 7 plates. These plates, this is when everything happens. If the design here is bad, the entire system is bad. The entire idea is just a parallel plates with small gaps between them. Easy, except too close, short circuit. Too far, a terrible efficiency. So this tiny spacing basically decide whether this system works or just wastes electricity. I stacked the plates, aligned everything and made the generator airtight. Nothing fancy, but already this feels like one of those builds that looks fine then immediately becomes a problem. The wiring is simple. We are going to attach to positive to number 1 plate and number 3, and the negative to number 2 plate and number 4. But there's a lot more plates. We have basically in total 7 plates, 3 of them which is neutral or non-positive and non-negative. Done. But here's the catch. The setup pulls a lot of current, which means heat, and heat where things start getting sketchy. Alright, let's turn it on. Safety first. Okay, that's actually working. Those bubbles, that's hydrogen and oxygen being created in real time, which is cool, but also slightly concerning. Electricity passes through it and literally breaks it apart. H2O becomes hydrogen and oxygen, and together they form a very explosive mixture. And now we are running the generator at 12 volt and close to 2.1 amps. Normally this type of generators pulls a lot of current, but the power supply that I have only produce 2.1 amps, and the gas production is already pretty strong. What if I push it further by adding another power supply? Okay, more gas and definitely more heat. And here's the problem. The more you push it, the hotter everything gets. Efficiency drops, things start stressing. And this goes from cool experiment to slightly dangerous device very quickly. This gas mixture is extremely explosive. You do not want spark anywhere near this. If you try to make this generator, do not store the gas mixture that comes out out of the generator. It is not safe to store, and do not take stupid risks. So does work. Yeah, kind of. It produces oxygen and hydrogen exactly like it should, but it is inefficient, it heats up fast, and honestly it is kind of unstable, which means this is just version 1. I already have ideas to improve the HHO generator. Better plate design, cooling, maybe higher efficiency. If you want to see version 2, subscribe and tell me what should I build next. Finally.